Good afternoon, everyone. We just got done doing chapter 4.1 for college algebra, and it was on inverse functions. And I realized I didn't give you a really challenging one. So I thought I'd make a quick 2-3 minute video that we can tack on. So let's just continue 4.1, give you one more problem that's inverse problems that are more challenging. So, and what I had in mind, we can see over here on Desmos, is a rational function, rational equation. Let's look at negative 3x plus 1 over x minus 5. Now, in chapter 3, we learned how to find the vertical and horizontal asymptotes. There's a vertical asymptote where the denominator equals 0, which is at x equals 5. And then we look at the degree of the numerator and denominator. They're both to the first power. So we look at the leading coefficients. Negative 3 over 1 gives us our horizontal asymptote. There's a horizontal asymptote at y equals negative 3. When we switch to the inverse, these flip. The vertical asymptote now becomes x equals negative 3, and the horizontal asymptote becomes y equals 5, because the x's and y values change. They swap for inverses. Let's work out this problem, though, that's a little more challenging and calculate the inverse for this function. So we've got, let's make that bigger so we can actually see what it looks like. We've got y equals, we're replacing f of x with y. And then we're going to interchange x values and y values. So this becomes x, and this becomes negative 3y plus 1 over y minus 5. Now we'll clear the denominator, multiply both sides by y minus 5. And that'll cancel out over here. On the left, we have x times y minus 5 equals negative 3y plus 1. We're trying to get y's by itself. So what we're going to do is we're going to distribute this x. And now I'm going to gather all of my y terms on the right side. Or heck, I can do it on the left side. And I'll move everything else to the other side. My equal sign comes down. I have xy plus 3y on the left now. And on the right, I have 5x plus 1. Okay. We're going to factor out the y. And finally, to get y by itself, we divide by x plus 3. And we get y equals 5x plus 1 over x plus 3. And we replace y with f inverse. Let's take a look at that function now. The denominator is where we have a vertical asymptote. If we solve this, x plus 3 equals 0, we get x equals negative 3. Just like I indicated was going to happen. They again have the same degree. So we look at the leading exponents, 5 over 1. We have a horizontal asymptote at y equals 5 over 1. Also what we said up there. And if we look at this in Desmos, there's our symmetry line for inverses. And I've got that pre-plotted. And look at how the symmetry of it. When you get really close, you can see They intersect here and they intersect there, and they look like little mirrors of each other. It's kind of neat looking. So the blue was the original one. And then that's the inverse one. And when we see them together, they make this neat little pattern. All right. That's a quick wrap up of 4.1. I'll stop this video, transfer to YouTube, and I'll start 4.2 right now. Peace.